3, 2, 1. This nigga's a casual racist.
Yo, you can't.
Nigga. He said that to me and it hurt my feelings.
Well, yep. We're not monetizing the next YouTube drop.
Whenever it comes.
Yeah, nigga.
Hey, yo. We would like to apologize. We've been lazy as shit on YouTube, but...
Bruh, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. If you know how busy I've been, it's been crazy. And it's not easy to just sit up there and edit and...
Nigga, you know why I don't be on your case for that?
Yeah, because you know how tough it is.
Yeah, editing video is a no-go. YouTube, ugh. But you know what's funny? I'm like 300,000 views away from 1 million on my personal YouTube.
I hate you.
I don't try. Son, it's the weirdest thing. Because I don't look at it. Linnell will be like, you know you hit 800 subscribers. Why? And I have like 700,000, 800,000 views.
I meant to hit you if you wanted to put this on your channel too.
You know what? That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Are you wearing them?
No, I mean, I already did. But
I was going to say, like, if you want to leave them here, I usually record outside in the morning.
Okay.
Or I can record it there. Fuck it.
Don't matter.
Hold on. Quick disclaimer. If you hear a constant in the background, it's because my bathroom has a gaping hole in the ceiling. We haven't talked. So, Sunday night, me and Linnea are up watching shit. And then we hear trip, 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 trip. I'm like, that's odd. That's really odd for it to be our to be the sink on. Nigga go in the bathroom. Oh shit. Here we go again. Because a few years ago during the pandemic, like a pipe or something broke and they had to rip our entire bathroom ceiling out. So I'm like, oh, it's happening again. Good thing we caught it early. Nigga, by the time we woke up in the morning, there's buckets everywhere. The ceiling is pissing on us. But landlord, HOA came out. Contractor, nigga was cool as shit. He came in and, yeah, ripped your ceiling out. Plumber on the way. Plumber comes in, tags him in. He's like, yo, it's not a pipe burst. Your neighbor got some shit going on upstairs. So he goes upstairs, finds out what it is. He's like, yo, this broke. Da, 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 da. Y'all got to turn this off. And I'm like, okay. But now we've had a fan on for like the last 2-3 days. Kind of nice. The sound is annoying. But taking a shit at 2 o'clock in the morning with like the air conditioner like right on you.
Yo, this man doing the George Costanza in the Michael Jackson Win concert at the same time.
Nah, that's when I get out the shower.
That is,
nigga, you don't know. Nah, listen. If you ever get an industrial fan, son, just they don't really care about it. No, is it no Earth song? Yeah. Oh, nigga, meat flat. All right, that's too much. You talking crazy this episode.
Yo, all right. So, this is the Loose Laces Podcast, episode 125. I go by the name of Shad, and I'm here with
Davon,
live from the set of the Sorry Miss Jackson video.
Ooh.
Man, so I don't even know what song you're singing.
I don't even know. And it's like,
no, this is way off.
When he's like,
we all know you.
Sorry, Miss Jackson. Woo! That's what I did.
It didn't sound like that.
For real.
Anyways, aside from somebody Swiss cheese in your roof, how are you doing, my guy?
Nigga, I am exuberant. Nigga, my life has just been excelsior, upwards and forward. I feel like one of those self-help gurus that be on some shit. And it's like, I need y'all to understand, I'm a negative, mean nigga. But when I lock in and focus on me, because like, Linnea's always been on me. She's like, you know, you don't be saving money, you'll be doing. I'm like, you've never seen me have a short-term goal. Well, no, she did. This was before we had Kazi. So I say 15K in like a month and a half. Drugs. Nah, I had a crazy lick with glasses. All at once, everybody wanted these particular frames, and I was the only person that happened to have them at the time. Boom, 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 boom. And I hit that 15K. I was like, you know I'm going to quit my job, right? Nigga, it felt so good because they were supposed to put me on maternity leave, and then I was going to quit when I came back, and they were like, nah. But this whole year, ever since Night Sky December, I've been focused on myself. I just got word from a publication I wanted to work with. They're like, we're going to work with you. So interview coming soon. Then they're going to hold that interview until the 12th collection comes in. Hats is supposed to be here next week.
Okay.
Summer tea, I made 2 versions of it because it was the first one with the insert of by Davon Ford on the front. Mm-hmm. But shout out to my man's a Polaroid. When he gave me a tinge of disappointment. He's like, "There's nothing on the back." I went back in and made a second version with Flex on the World in French on the back. So they couldn't update the version I already put in. So I got 2 teas coming. And there's a third secret tea that I might show off for next year's secret theme. So already sampling, but I will say this version is glow in the dark. I don't know if the public version will be glow in the dark. What was I about to say? So that's coming. Interviews coming. Hats coming. Socks are coming. Everything's coming. I'm coming, and you can't stop me. But it is so much happening, and I'm just so fucking happy. Like, nigga, betting on myself was one of the best things I ever did. I did it before my son was born, but now I'm really focused in. Because I ain't gonna front. Sometimes I'll be denying this shit, and I'll be looking at other people's clothes like, it's so intricate, it's so detailed, and I'm just doing this. And then I'm like, you know what? Sometimes a finger painting can get it across. Me finger painting fuck you is the same as a nigga writing fuck you in cursive. You're still offended at the end of the day. So I'm not questioning myself anymore. I'm making a hoodie specifically for Lene, which might lead into some more summer clothes for y'all. I still got the other tees that I designed. I'm waiting for everything to go into that because that's the next big project. I'm working on a beanie for winter.
Man, look.
Nigga, when that beanie come in, I might wear it during the summer and die.
Like, I'm wearing a beanie now, and it's about to be 80 degrees tomorrow, just because now it's part of the aesthetic.
I get it, but that's like the top of your head, and this is cotton, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I specifically told them nothing but 100% wool. And I wanted this. If you ever get a chance to see the double stacked Louis Vuitton beanies, like the one it's that thick, and I'm going to wear it in 100-degree weather.
Bruh.
I'm going to die for the fit. But I mean, all that's going, and then, nigga, I'm just happy. Like, my wife just finished a novel. I got to read that, and it's fantastic. Also, the villain in the book is based off me.
You can read?
Yes. Masses don't know, but shh. Nah, I used hooked on phonics. The man was mad. But no, Lene actually captured my essence perfectly in this book. Because I read a line this nigga said, and I was like, Jesus Christ. Why haven't I been beaten up? Nah, when you get a chance to read it, you can be like, yeah, fuck this guy. This is Davon. Kazi's doing well. About to get him some new glasses. Just, nigga.
Everything is everything.
Everything is everything. I'm happy. How the fuck are you?
I'm cool. Sheesh, man. I'm about to be, 36?
Yeah, birthday boy coming up. 2 days.
Yeah, man. I'm about to be 36. I got this one gray hair. There's one gray hair right here.
I see it right there.
Bruh.
I trade you.
I mean, I got another gray head on top, but
nigga, I'm gray all through.
You saw in Pepper now, but my family don't even go gray, so I don't know where
it's
this
a rare breed of nigga.
Fam, this shit different. And then also I shaved the cheeks because whatever.
That sound crazy.
Nah, because my shit growing like Anthony Hamilton. Like, I was out here with the boneless beard and whatnot.
Embrace it.
So I had to clean up just a little bit. But I'm not cutting my hair until I run this half marathon. Depending on what my hair looks like, I might just keep it. I might just keep the bush. I probably end up getting the gangsters.
I don't blame you. I want to grow my hair back out, but the middle is so thin.
I don't care. Like, at this point in my life, like, even if my shit was like receding, I just be out here with the Chico Bean joint. I don't care.
Once my hairline start receding or it stops growing completely in the middle, smooth ass head, nigga.
I don't have the head shape for that.
I don't have it either. But I never want to be the old nigga that just got the sides that be holding on. Nah.
Hey, man.
I mean, I'm making hats, so always have a hat for the different days.
Exactly.
Nah, fuck that, nigga. Bald ass head. I'm gonna grease my shit too.
But no, I'm wearing a beanie now because honestly, you know what this shit is? This is just a joke of, not a joke. Okay, I can't even say it's a joke, but I'll mess around and get sued by the estate.
Oh.
Yeah. It's the running joke of that man had on a beanie with a Detroit Lions jersey at an NFL tryout.
I mean, I respect it. I actually knew a nigga that was like that. You remember? I don't know if Dr. Denim was like. Do you remember Dr. Denim?
And for the record, the reference is Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye had on the beanie with the
sued.
Yeah, that state gonna take all our money.
Niggas gonna go what? We made maybe like $100 off of t-shirts. So long, farewell.
Anyways, Dr. Denim, what were you saying?
Do you remember Dr. Denim, the brand?
I feel like I do.
Okay, there was this one nigga, because Dr. Denim was kind of expensive at the time. This was like 04. It was one nigga in my neighborhood. He was an older nigga that would hang out with some of the teenagers, because I think he was late teens, early 20s. And that nigga he was never outside for the Dr. Denim beanie. He always had a beanie on. Didn't matter what fucking temperature. And it's like, I respect it once it becomes a signature, but I don't know, my nigga. I sweat too easy now. The thought of having a beanie on at all times.
I mean, like, I know I usually stick between my pink one and this blue one. But like, I have like a whole bunch of like Uniqlo ones that are a lot thinner.
Oh, okay.
So like, I have ones that I could wear just in random weather, but I just stick with these two. Like, they damn near stay in the car. And then I have ones that just go with every fit if I actually feel like trying to piece together something.
I like the idea of you doing some Tim Pool type shit and wearing it for suit. Like, if we ever went to something.
No, I actually do want to wear one with a suit. It's either a beanie, but you know what I'm actually looking for? Like
a kufi?
No. Shut the fuck up.
It's the proper extension.
No. All jokes aside, I'm looking for a brand that sells good Newsboys hats.
Like a flat cap?
Yeah, like what you call it? Like newbie's cap.
You know I can't spell.
But shit, since
one of these?
Yeah, like that one. Yes.
I can give you my purple label one.
But it has to be like a big size. My head ain't small.
My head we have big ass heads.
Okay.
Yeah, Lene said I look like an old man in mine, so I haven't been allowed to wear it.
Y'all see me outside and I'm not doing a Jonathan Majors impression, I promise.
So you gonna start?
No.
I want a Sherlock hat.
Just my two brim hat. Call me Sherlock Holmes.
Son,
that line is hilarious.
Low key, I had a whole theme for 2025 that I scrapped, and it was going to be some goofy shit. And I was looking at getting a custom Sherlock hat made, but I was like, this might be too far.
That's hilarious.
I might still do it though. Not the whole plan, because like I didn't like the designs when I went back to them. Nah, niggas not ready to match my shit. You think the New Era is hard, nigga? Wait till I come with the Sherlock.
But all in all, everything is cool. I mean, I'm busy. I'm super busy, but all that should be coming to like a bit of a halt in the next week or two. And shoot, let me just get into. I'll get into a little bit of the docket.
Well, yeah, you can cover that, and then we go back to questions.
Yeah. So, I got a little bit of free time. I was able to shoot down to DC for the early Cement 4 drop at Ben's Chili Bowl. So I did bring them here.
This nigga flexed on me.
Bruh.
This nigga flexed mid.
I will say, right, and I know I've been critical of the Air Jordan 4 as it ain't really the most comfortable retro. But I will say this. Whatever they did, since them green Nike SB4s.
Yeah, the retooling.
Bruh. These shoes are comfortable now. Like, they are a lot more wearable. Oh, my gosh.
I'm glad you got a pair, Because just thinking about how people are still saying they're uncomfortable, I'm like, niggas are lying for engagement.
Nah, they definitely.
You gotta have a fucked up foot.
Nah, so I could see like the quality being better, and like say the reimagined fours, like people are like, nah, they feel a lot better. And I was still skeptical of them because I'm like, man, the only thing I really trust is a suede four more than anything. But even I'm still skeptical of that because I know the leather is probably gonna murder your feet. But the reimagined fours, people are like, nah, they feel good. And so between those and the SBs, and I hope that's what they go with. You know, from this point on, I don't know what's going to happen with AMM fours because I feel like with the inner lining that they probably still lining. Yeah, they probably still went with the old body.
Again, once I broke in my AMM fours, before I got the bricks, shout out VNDS. Oh wait, quick side tangent, son. The nigga at my UPS, that nigga, like, I don't know if he flirting with me or he just really liked my style. I came in with him, he was like, oh shit, I see you got the fours I wanted. And every time I come, he be like, what you shooting, a music video, my nigga? Damn, you be fresh as a motherfucker. It's just like, son was going crazy over my fours. And every time I happen to go in there and he's there, my mom's with me. So I'm on the phone, she's like, it's that nigga again. It's that nigga again flirting with me.
Holy shit.
Yo, he cool as shit, but you know, I got gassed up. I'm up there like, yeah, you know, I'm still a bad bitch. I might be married, but I still got it. But you know, yeah. So the fours, they're comfortable and they get you niggas.
I've been saying collecting shoes low key mad gay. I'm no offense to the community, but it's like, yo, you break necks of other dudes before you break necks on girls. Dog,
there's only one time. You know what?
You get the attention of more dudes than you get girls.
It's been one time I broke a girl's neck, and that's it. That sounds crazy out of context. It was high school. I got the undefeated fours, and I wore them with like a purple shirt and like this brown, orange, and gray American Eagle hoodie. And nigga, normally people know me for my fits, but that day niggas like, holy shit. And I was walking down the hall and this girl went, and I'm like, yeah, bitch, you see it. And then I heard boom. She turned so hard she walked into a locker. Nigga, I started skipping like, damn, I got bitches falling for me. Hey, I know, nigga, I'm like 16. That shit was life altering. So, yeah, but please continue. Tell us about being a degenerate.
No, so funny thing is we saw the video literally as we're recording the pod.
Right.
Like it was posted minutes into the pod. So we were like, all right. Or minutes like right before the pod ended. So I'm like, man, I already know as soon as they posted it, I know it's gonna be a crazy lineup. So anyways, I go home and I'm actually trying to edit the footage and I don't go to sleep. I'm like, all right, trying to figure out what to do, how to fix my computer and import everything. And then I'm like, I can't go to sleep. I don't have to do work the next day. I'm like, you know what? It's about 4 or 5 in the morning. Man, let me just go just for shits and gigs, right? So I leave. It's like 5:30. I get there about 6:30 ish. And it's only like 15 people in line.
Oh, that's not bad.
Right. So, you know, I go there. Dakari, I ended up running into him. He hits me up.
Shout out to Dakari.
And yeah, the lineup process was smooth. Like they went ahead, they took like if you went out there earlier, they went ahead, got your name, and was like, yo, just come back at a later time, but come back at a respectable time to respect the lineup. So you can't just like show up at 12 and be good.
Right.
Like that would have been crazy. But more and more people came out and they had enough for us to feed the block, man. They had 50 Howard students, which I thought that was going to be kind of a mess, but they set aside a specific allocation of the fours for the Howard students so they didn't cut into the main number.
Right.
Like, it wasn't going to be like 50 size 13s and then all the 13s for the general population were all done. It was like, yo, we going to set aside so many size runs. So it was smooth. I do wish that when they said things were going to open up at 12, that they opened up at 12. Like, these niggas brought Backyard Band out. Like, Weensy hopped out.
Walked out.
Bruh. Weensy hopped out the van. And I was like, is that Weensy? Man, next thing I know, I just start hearing drums and stuff. I'm like, fam, it is like I had to move my car. I had to move my car because the shit was like illegally parked, or you can't park in the same place twice.
That sucks.
Yeah, like, so if you run at a time, like if you max out on the meter, which is like a 6-hour limit, you can't just restart your meter. You got to park somewhere else.
That sucks.
Right, so I had to park down the block. I had to circle the block, come back, and luckily, you know, I was able to get back in line because everyone at that point was like, yo, we just trying to get our shit too.
Right.
Ran into a couple more people, ran into Z Sneakerhead.
Shout out Z.
Yeah, shout out Z, shout out everything that you got going on, man. Hopefully we chop it up later. Ran into my guy, Brian. And
Bumper?
Anyways, I wish I knew his screen name, but that was like one of the people. That's like a DMV Nike talker. Like he a legend in my eyes because that was somebody who really looked out for me in the younger days. Like that man was with me when I copped South Beach LeBrons from PG Plaza and was like, yo, I think I needed a ride to work, and I had two of them shits. And so I was about to hop on the Metro, and niggas like, I mean, I was good, but it would have been a tussle on the Metro.
That would have been fucking stupid.
He was like, no. It was like, yo, let me go ahead and just take you to work. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, but he just always looked out. He always messaged me, yo, you about to do this? You about to do this? Always looked out for me wherever I went. So shout out to him. Good seeing him again. Shout out to Somewhere DC. It's just shout out to like just a smooth situation. You know what I mean? Like, you could gripe about, like, they fed us. You got free food if you waited in line.
It was a well organized drop from what you told me about it. Mm-hmm. And I think we're getting to a point where more and more, well, it seems like more drops are being thought out and done well, because we weren't in the line when they did the JFG joint. But that seemed like a great experience.
Well, both of those situations were handled by Somewhere DC.
And that's what I was about to say. Like, Somewhere really has it figured out. I'm not going to front like I'm very familiar with them, but I've heard of them, and I've never heard anything bad.
Yeah, shout out to Dom. Shout out to Kevin. Like, real stand-up dudes. Got to talk with them a little bit. I still need to hit them back up. But, yeah, man, they're just... The way that they're just handling everything, for them to really pop up on the scene, I'll say like super duper heavy within the past 2 years, they are doing it. They are doing it. Especially considering just the past that DC has from Commonwealth and Stussy, Palace.
Shout out Major.
Yeah, Major.
Oh, I was being sarcastic. I hate Major.
I mean, a lot of people do. Like, man, look, I knew niggas that used to have to send they homie in to go into Major because they said, yo, I will never step foot in that store. Like, and I mean that shit. But Major had collaborations, and they wanted the collaboration so bad, they were like, yo, I can't break my code, but I need these shoes.
Yeah, the only time I've ever really dealt with Major was when I bought the cassette player Destroyer jacket. And I thought they was going to tax me. Because I remember how they taxed niggas for the Yeezys, and they were like, oh, no, it's $500. I was like, whew. Because I think it was, according to the blogs, it was like 20 in the world. So I'm like, these niggas about to say a stack off rip.
Nah, I mean, they were cool. Some shit is annoying. Like, I think the last thing I got from them were a pair of 40 Belows.
Yeah.
And that was when they told me, like, I went to the store to get them. And you know you got to set up an appointment. And it's hard to get like a same day appointment because they only let 2 people in the store at a time. So I had to set up an appointment, and I lived in Baltimore at the time. Went down there and went to go buy the shoes in person just for them to tell me, oh, you have to order these specifically online, even though we have them in the store, because that specific pair comes from our distributor. I'm like, why don't you just sell me those and just get the distributor to bring those here? Like, it's just displacing a pair.
Fuck you.
Bruh, I mean, I still got them, but it was the biggest headache. But anyways, long story short, shout out somewhere DC. Shout out to Jordan Brand Classic being back in DC, especially in Southeast at the Care First Arena. And it looked like it was a fun time. You got Cayenne Anthony, Lala, Carmelo was in town. Whole bunch of people from like the streamer dudes, Mr. Hotspot, Duke Dennis.
It sounds like you're making people up at this point.
Shut up.
I know who Duke Dennis is, but Mr. Hotspot sound made up.
Nah, Mr. Hotspot, he funny. Like the bus even drove by when niggas was like dunking on a bus. That's what I'm saying. It was a lot. The city was active. I wish I would have went back, but I was busy this weekend. Got to see Sinners and whatnot. So
I still haven't seen it.
Man, look,
I'm scared that it's going to be a Black Panther situation for me. Everybody in the world said Black Panther was it. You're like, yo, it's the best movie ever. I cried. I felt so proud as a black man. So I'm like, all right, this shit about to be lit. It was the first Marvel movie I watched in like maybe 6 years. So when I went to see that shit, I was like, this shit is trash. Movie was trash as fuck. That nigga got beat up the whole movie. How you let your poor cousin come to your house, whoop your ass, take your shit, and then he gotta get hit by a train for you to win? Nigga, the way I'd have like, nigga, Mufasa, help me. And I'd have pulled out a blick. Which one of my poor ass cousins would try me in my house? I can't respect a nigga who get beat up like that. So yeah, very hot take from like 7 years ago. Black Panther was trash. I'm sorry, it is trash. It's still fucking trash, and I haven't seen the second one because fuck Black Panther, not the actor but the character.
So, anyways, we're gonna get into these listener questions because this nigga's tripping.
I'm right.
Clearly, you're tripping.
I'm right. Would you respect me if I got beat up in my house and I got superpowers?
Wait, when did a nigga get beat up in his crib and he has superpowers? Like, what are you talking about?
He got beat in a waterfall.
Dog, he had his power stripped away.
And at the end, when
the power of the Black Panther will now be stripped away.
And then when he fought in front of the train, he got his ass beat.
But that's because they were both evened out. Like, they both had Black
you
Panther
the hero
powers.
of the movie and your poor cousin over there like, hi, auntie. Nigga, no, pull a gun out. Your father's watching from heaven.
Dog, you are wildin'.
Son, all right, I don't even bang with my dad like that, but that nigga crazy. If I was watching a fight, nigga, the way I catch a murder, I'm not losing because then he gonna fight me. He come back from hell to beat my ass. No, sir. Daddy, help. All right, let's get into these questions.
Yo, we are.
Hey, I grew up African, so I can do that.
Yo, what is wrong with you?
Have you met my stepfather?
No.
Okay, then you'll understand. You gonna meet him, you gonna be like, oh, nah, this nigga can do that.
Anyway,
some of my best friends are African.
Anyway, let's get into these listener questions, man. These are from last week because we didn't get to the ones from last week. So starting with Carlito 0607.
What's up?
Need Shad's pick on who's making it out of the East and West in the NBA and who he thinks will win the chip. I got the Lakers. I got the Lakers making it out the West. I think a lot of teams, they just don't. Like, I got Lakers in 6 beating the Wolves. OKC is going to run through Memphis like nothing. I probably have a sweep. Golden State, probably, they're going to put up a fight, but I think they're still trying to figure each other out with Jimmy Butler. I think the Lakers Lakers is clicking on all cylinders. On the East, though, I got
bugging. The Mavs.
Nigga, they eliminated.
They gonna come back.
Yo, why are you bringing them niggas up, dog? I should swing on you.
Because you defended Black Panther.
I should swing on you, nigga.
Nigga, the way
that was so unnecessary.
The way I stabbed you.
I don't care, nigga. You gotta get something to stab you with first.
You think I ain't got it on me?
No.
Okay. All right, let's keep doing the show.
Exactly.
Nigga, the way I take that can.
Anyways,
He's scared.
nigga pulled up a cup of water.
Because I'm thirsty. Look, I'm not going to hurt you. You okay?
No, you about to get something to drink. He gonna come over with a knife. Yeah, nigga, not slick. The East, I probably got the C's coming out.
In the water.
I probably got the C's making it out of the East barely.
The C's?
Celtics.
Okay, I thought that.
And I don't even like the Celtics, but they know how to play good basketball. New York burnt out. Like Jalen Brunson just coming back from injury, because I was gonna pick the Knicks, but yeah, I think I got the Celtics still making it out, man. Because Celtics and Lakers repeat. Well, no, Lakers didn't make it last year, but Celtics and Lakers, and I got the Lakers winning in 7. So next question, Justin Dooley, with several questions.
I picked the best because that nigga hit us with an avalanche of questions, and I appreciate
with a whole docket. Is there an ethical line in sneaker collecting? Like, is there such a thing as too many or hoarding? It depends. Right, like if you take what's his name, the best pair, the dude, I think he owns like casinos or whatever. I seen him on like Vic Almighty's channel a few times. I think when it comes to like a lot of these shoes end up in shows and whatnot, a lot of companies approach me for them. Then I think when you have like sneaker rooms and whatnot, that's acceptable. But when it gets to a point where you're not going to wear any of these, you're only going to be able to like pass them down a generation or two. Like you need a soul swap twice just in a quarter of a lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, the only shoe that you can really pass down and still wear is Dunks. Dunks or any shoe that does not have any sort of air unit and a rubber sole. Because nigga, my Uslo Air Force Ones dead. The air unit is cooked. The air unit and my Bespokes is starting to fail. There is so much. Like, I'm sorry, you were finishing.
Go ahead.
I don't like that people overextend, because it's like at this point you're collecting just to collect. And I always said to myself, I have an addictive personality. It started with shoes and it extended to glasses. I used to say once I passed a certain threshold, like in my mom's house, I had a section of room that was cornered off. I called it Dunk City. Once it was more than 12, I sold a pair. And then as I got more, after it exceeded 25, I sold a pair. And then I really got into flipping shoes. And then I'm like, I'm just going to keep the best of the best and then some staples. Some pieces that I'm like, no, I really enjoy owning this, because it just becomes excessive. Like, I know there are people who have like 200-300. Like, Paper Chase, when he's like, yeah, yo, I got rid of X amount of shoes, I still got like 600. But he's a historian.
Right.
So he could probably pull out a pair of shoes. Like, I can pull out a pair of frames. It's archival. It makes sense. But if you're an average person, or worse, one of those people who got started collecting during the pandemic, where it's just like, I buy shoes to look cool. You're just holding on to a bunch of shit that I'd rather it get beat than it turns to dust. Because I remember on SP and ISS and NT, you had those weirdos who'd be like, yeah, nigga, I still got factory knots on my fucking whatever pair
Hawaii
of Jordans.
Dunks. Oh.
Not even Hawaii. It's like Jordans from the 90s. And then you see them open a box and it's just
crumble, man.
Yeah, like in 2000
Is it cake?
Basically, I think it was like 2009. I had a pair of the 94 Retro 3s. DS. And I'm like, oh, I'm about to flip these. I got them for like 200. Nigga, I opened the box. That shit went poof. The air bubble blew up because I opened the box. Nigga, I closed the box so fucking fast. I sold them shits for, like, I think I made $3 profit. And I'm like, it's cool that I have these. What the fuck am I gonna do with a pair? Like, they're literally unusable. Or when I got the OG, what? Oh my god,
The fucking Air Force 5s when they blew up.
no, the air ballistic. Okay, I had a pair of air ballistic lows back in college. So this is like '08. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, this nigga's seen me do some shit. When I would get old shoes, like I was going crazy on eBay. I used to stand in our room and I would jump off a chair. And if it didn't blow up, it meant it was safe. So I get up. I had like a math class that's like 7:50. I get up, I'm walking to class, and I'm already bopping the class. I'm like, today's not bad. And then I start noticing one half of my body is shorter. And I'm like, yo, am I having a stroke? So I look down and look back. It is a trail of black behind me. Nigga, the entire fucking midsole crumbled mid-walk to class. So I had to turn around and walk briskly with my feet exposed to the ground as my shoes disintegrating. I come back to the room. This nigga like, yo, what the fuck? And I'm just like, I gotta find the video. It was a video where I did it when it was like the bottom of the shoe was like, mammy.
Shoes sound like the WB frog.
Dabba dabba yabba. Fuck them shoes.
Oh gosh,
I ain't bought a vintage pair of fucking Nike Randos since.
I wish you would have kept them and then just like did a soul swap.
With what?
Anything, man. You just like it's a couple where you just take the Strobel board out and then just put it on another upper.
That's not a bad idea,
right? Like it's a couple joints that eventually I'm gonna end up soul swapping. I got so many unfinished projects, but yeah,
that's not a bad idea.
It's worth giving it a shot.
Yeah. Cause it's like it breaks my heart to know that all these old ass shoes are there. Cause I remember I got I lied. 2009. That's when I was working at Visa and I met my girlfriend there. I got a pair of the old what are those called? Air Raid 2s, piece joints. I got them for like $150 off eBay, my size, DS inbox. I wore them shits to impress her. She did not care. And as she walked by, I'm like, all right, well, I'm still going to hit. I don't care. Nigga, a big ass chunk of the midsole fell out in the middle of the workday. So, yeah, I'd rather that shoe have gotten beat to death in 1994 than become unwearable. So, essentially, collecting is hoarding. There's no need to have this many shoes. But you got to learn how to let them go. I'd rather, like, when I get rid of a shoe, like with Kazi's shoes, outside of some stuff that I think is very special, like his off-white Air Force ones and these Bape joints I got him, here, I'd rather your kids have them. My cousin wears the same size as me. Here, take my shoes. I don't wear these. Here's like 5 or 10 pairs.
Right. Shit, I wore my Air Max Pimentos, the Air Max 1 Pimentos the other, like a couple weeks ago. And now I just have like a little bit of soul separation where I'm like, I don't miss these. Let me go ahead, fix them up, give them away. Yeah. Like, I couldn't sell them. It's cool. Just, I don't need them. Like, I'm not going to wear them.
Yeah, I'd rather, like, that's why I like shoe drives. Like, lightly used shoe drives. I'd rather someone else who's in need get them and can have, like, because, a good pair of shoes makes you feel really good about yourself. So I'm always happy to help somebody, not because it's like, oh, I'm helping you, bitch ass nigga. Nah, I'd rather see the next man find joy in something that I no longer need.
So is sneaker culture still about the culture, or has it become just business?
It's always been a business, baby.
Yeah, it's centered around business, just like certain holidays. Like, we think we're celebrating the spirit of it, but it's a consumer-made holiday or a consumer-centric holiday. Sneaker culture, there is still a culture. Like, just like I mentioned before, now there's a bunch of people that I look forward to meeting. Me and this guy, we've met because of the culture.
Yep.
Or we became friends because of the culture. Because we did not like each other.
Not at all.
But once we figured out, like, oh snap, like you rock with this, you rock with these, all right, cool, bet. And we got cool from there. However, there is a business side. Whenever certain things are made, there's a business, whether it is common interest or we're trying to support something, get it up off the ground. Sometimes there are good-hearted intentions behind certain community things, like district running community. Back to somewhere DC, they have somewhere cafe.
Yeah.
And they have community-based events. Same with social status and run clubs and basketball events, as well as just even having, like, I know New York, they got a sneaker spot that has comedy nights. So there is stuff that is based as an offshoot of the culture, and it is community-based. However, a lot of this stuff, I do think the main goal is to bring you back to the business in some way, somehow.
I mean, it's a culture centered around product.
Right.
And not to say it cynically, you know.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, in all honesty.
Yeah, it's like how with glasses or with hats or with anything, the product brings you in, the people keep you there. So I never like how people try to make it seem like there was never any business to it. Mm-hmm. It's always been a business because, you know, the whole culture was, oh, you ain't got these, or sharing information with your man. Yo, that store downtown got boom, 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 boom. You know, I've made many a friend because we both knew about one shop. You run into a nigga at one shop. Airy SBs and Puff and Stuff SBs made me and this nigga friends. It was the product that brought us in and the people that kept us here. So when people sit up here and act like this is shocking, like I don't like how people falsely rewrite history. You know, back in the day, there were no resellers. Nuh-uh. Nah. There was always resellers. Mm-hmm. What you remember is prices made sense back in the day because it was a 3-digit number instead of a 4 or 5-digit number. In some cases, 6-digit number for an item that you thought, like, I remember I could have got Tokyo SBs for $500, and I was like, no. Now they're $20,000. Exactly.
Shit gave me heartburn.
There's so much shit that it's like, but as it becomes more and more popular, it keeps going. Like, I look at glasses. It fluctuates, but I don't complain. I have Cazals that at one point were selling for $2K minimum, and they're now down to like maybe $800. I had a frame that I personally had go from $200 to $2,000, and it's stuck because it's so rare, and I spoke so well about it. But it made the experience that much better because when I shared this gem with the rest of the community, people now swear by it. They're like, yo, I never knew about this until you said it. So we now have a common bond over something. And if you really know what the fuck you're doing, you're not paying extreme prices or you're trading for it. It gives you so many different angles that the money is there, but the money is the smallest part. Even if you don't have the newest product, you can still participate in the community. I just hate that, you know, people try to act altruistic about it, but it's like, it's a dick measuring contest at the end of the day. That's why niggas say you ain't got these. And then once you get beyond that, nah, man, I really do love whatever shoe or whatever moment for the shoe made you love this or whatever the case. Because it's not always sports. You know, the local dope dealer, your dad, your cousin. Like, my big shoe moment, the one that got me in there, my dad had a pair of Reebok pumps. And I remember being a kid, and I thought they were the coolest thing in the world. And then I started paying attention to sneakers. And then when I really got into sneakers, pussy. My man's flexed on me with some like Bo Jacksons or some Air Forces in front of some girls. And I was like, bet, I got more money than you. AKA my mom got more money than you. And I started flexing hard as shit with my clothes and my shoes. So it's always been there. We just got to be honest.
That's hilarious. Next question. What's something about sneaker culture you think newcomers don't understand?
You don't have to have a bunch to be respected.
Yeah, that's true. And on top of that, sometimes a good fit with a decent pair of kicks that it's not even rare is what carries the shoe.
Eclipses. Because we see it every day. Niggas put on some bullshit.
Yeah.
With some red shoes and niggas lie. I be seeing some trash fits. Some horrible fits. And niggas be up there like. But also, you got to keep in mind, a lot of this, again, is a dick measuring contest. I saw someone who posted a bunch of shoes and they tagged 20 people. And I'm like, God damn. Or it's so many people who essentially it's just SEO. People use certain tags. They tag certain people. They know someone that's popular to retweet them. Mm-hmm. Everybody's peacocking. If you're new to the game, dog, stay true to yourself. I respect the nigga with a better fit and knows they got that shit on than the nigga that can't dress that has every shoe in the world. I would much rather follow, like, look at it. That sounds like, look at pictures of a nigga getting off a fit in white GR Air Forces with a clean ass fit than some nigga like, I got on chrome hearts,
some Travises,
Amiri jeans, and Ralph Lauren. You look stupid. And how old are you? 45. Shoot this nigga.
It's hilarious. Yo, funniest thing about the whole DC lineup, though, one of the funniest moments, some dude that came down from Jersey, right? And he was like documenting everything, which I should have been doing. But he just like stepped out of line. And it was about 8 a.m. And this nigga was like, hey, yo, has anybody here seen Jordan play like in real life? And I was like, yeah, I've seen him. I saw him a couple times. Once when he played, when he was still in Chicago, he played against the Bullets. And another time, 2 times with the Wizards. Mm-hmm. And when he was in the All-Star game. But that, like, a lot of people was like, nah.
No.
And that shit had me crying because I'm like, wait, niggas is out here waiting for Jordans, and these are people around the same age as me. You know what I mean? And people was like, nigga, I mean, like, we watch them on TV, but we don't give a shit.
And I try to get that across because I hate when niggas our age or older be like, the kids don't understand the fundamentals. I ain't never heard of no fucking Jack Purcell. I've never seen Jerry West play. Even on, I don't give a fuck. Nigga, I'm here for what's hot. That shit was hard. I grew up, niggas said that these was hard, so I fucks with them. Mm-hmm. I don't need no fucking endorsement from Jordan. Nigga, I could see Michael Jordan today, and I'd be like, okay, I don't give a fuck. Unless that nigga like, hey, I want some in search of gear. Hey, bald nigga, do a better job raising your son. Keep it moving.
Yo, what? Look, all right. But all in all, like, it was an interesting take. Like, not to say I agree with it, but him just stepping out and saying that was like, holy shit, that is a thing now. And yeah. Anyways, next question. Xavier Mejia 155. Shad and Davon, how has your taste changed in the last 6 years sneaker wise?
No, that was for you, and for me, why?
You said why?
And I asked
you why?
Because.
Stupid. My taste in sneakers, I'm not scared to wear the bulky shoes. Like one of my favorite shoes is the Converse. It was a Run Star Motion.
The battle boots.
Yeah, it's like a super big, wavy, chunky sole Chuck Taylor. Because before, I mean, only big shoes I wear were like foam posits. They had to be some sort of foam posit, or they were like the Dunkins, which are foam posits again. But I used to hate just how big and clunky my feet looked in like low top Forces and stuff like that.
Right.
Shoes look mad elongated. But now I prefer the big shoes. I prefer something obnoxious like, what was it? The Terraformers. You know what I mean? Like, those are a big, obnoxious shoe. It has a huge tongue. The shit feel like it crawls halfway up your shin. Like, give me the stupid shit now, because
look at this nigga embracing Davon this.
Not like, yeah, I wear a size 13. Shit makes it look like a 16 and cool. Just bring it on. I just know I need to wear the right pants with it.
Right.
But style has also changed a lot too. And I prefer a lot of the older basketball stuff. Like, I kind of stick to the 90s and the early 2000s as far as what I like my basketball shoes to be. So the last 6 years, Oh, and I like stuff to be more comfortable, which is why I've kind of veered away from certain models. And like I'll do the Hokas and the New Balances every once in a while, like when I can. But I'll stick away from certain models that just are not comfortable.
My style has pretty much been the same. I'm not as obnoxious, but I do embrace stupid shoes. I love CPFM and everything they're doing. I've been pretty consistent. Once I found the models that I liked and I found colors, I really enjoyed them. I guess the only thing that's changed is that I've started wearing New Balances again since like middle school, and that's because I got them for free. Great shoes, but it's not something that I really go crazy for. But I will say that the aged well 992s, I find myself reaching for them more. I really like the 992. I like how they look on foot. I like how they fit with pants. And I love how they feel on foot. So shout out Joe, because I've had 992s and I never tried them on until I got a personal. And then it's like, I see why niggas is paying top dollar for these. So that's about it.
So last two questions. First from Guru Chillin'. Are there any sleeper shoes for this first quarter that just passed that you think people should be paying attention to? Sleeper shoes from the first quarter. I mean, aside from, I know it's like a baseball leather Air Force One that's out there. I think I saw in like Finish Line that is really, really good, just color wise. But aside from that, I'll probably say, you know what? I'm gonna throw a random one out. Pro Grid 9 Saucony. I think people, like, I know everyone's kind of on the J-Tips wave, rightfully so. But I really like Saucony sticking to the Pro Grid 9 and just putting out like the white and black and like hyper blue colorways. Like, it's real simple color blocking, but it just pops. And the shoe by itself, like, it doesn't need a collaboration. It just looks like a very good, comfortable, and solid shoe. Like, if you're still doing athleisure, or you putting on your essential sweatpants, since everyone wants to go to that. Matter of fact, that's my question to y'all. What's a good sweatpant that's not essential, or not essentials brand?
I don't know, because everything looks like essentials.
You know what I mean? Like, give me something that don't have the super duper thick cuff at the end. Like, give me the old classic Russell sweatpants.
I have one for you, but I'm not gonna say it on air.
Okay, but
gatekeeping.
Saucony was a Pro Grid 9, I think, or Omni, whatever. It's one of the two, but yeah, the Pro Grid 9. I think that's it.
For me, for Davon, it's hard because I haven't seen much that wasn't really slept on. But always me being Davon, the Noah Kai Nenamaya Reebok Dress Pump Fury. It is a Reebok pump that is made to look like a oh my god, what is this shoe called? It looks like a dress shoe.
It's like a wingtip.
Yes, wingtip. I think these are fucking phenomenal for women. If I was a woman and I would get a job in corporate America just to wear these, nigga, I would be in meetings pumping up my fucking wingtips. They're weird, they're wearable, and they're just fucking different. Just like what is it? It was like one of my shoe of the years last year. It was an Adidas Samba that looked like ribbons. The person who made them is doing a second round. I think those are fantastic. It's always the weird art shoes for me. So those would be my picks. Nothing that anybody would give a fuck about because the shoe's $500. But if you're a weird nigga and you got money, that's the kind of shoe I would wear. All right, last question.
All right, from Tony Toter. What if we've been misjudging this trend of grail level Nike retros this whole time. I think that instead of looking at them as cash grabs, this might be a way for Nike to help OG sneakerheads close their personal chapters of wanting a 10 to 15 or 20-year-old sneaker and finally obtaining them, thus being ready for new stories to be told and new grails to be desired. Much love to your show as always. Appreciate that, Tony.
I love that question, but I wholeheartedly disagree. May I?
Of course.
Okay. So, this is something I say in personal life to people when I see that they're having trouble with something. There is no such thing as closure. You are not old closure. You are not old explanations, because 9 times out of 10, the explanation comes down to something very unsatisfying. And with most shoes, the answer why you can't get it, you didn't deserve it. You weren't cool or you weren't rich at the time that it released. And I'm a strong believer in there needs to be an end. With stories, you always just need to end it. If I ever get to write a project, I'm going to make it so that it's airtight, that no sequel can be made, because sequels 9 times out of 10 destroy the original. I don't need undefeated fours. Am I going to get them? Sure, I love to make money off of some poor set. But if you can't get it, if you can't get the original, you're removing it from its cultural moment. Now, Undefeated seems to be bringing them back for the 20th anniversary, but I just feel like it's a lazy move. That shoe is historic, not only because there's only 72 of them, but because they did it as an auction. That's what a lot of people remove from the story. You had a chance to get them. You just didn't have enough money. You didn't work at Undefeated. You weren't popping enough. So the whole story behind that was it was an auction. It's just like how they fucked up the Spizike. The Spizike, if I'm not mistaken, was supposed to be 2 colors and that was it.
Yeah.
And they fucked it up. So they made the Spizike into trash. The Nike Air Max one time only pack was not one time only. You go back and you fuck up the story when you do it that way. Now, if it's a Nike shoe and exclusively a Nike shoe, I don't mind it as much. The problem is, does it make sense to bring it back? You know, I think about old TV shows. All the time people say, man, if this show came back, it'd be amazing. Nickelodeon listened. Everybody was like, we want the old Nick shows. We want the old Nick shows. They made a whole channel for old Nickelodeon shows. People watched it for like 1 month and then it failed. You think you want that thing back, but you don't. And I know it's crazy coming from the guy who has glasses all in his house that are older than him, but you have to understand it's not always right to bring these things back. There's a reason why some glasses that I have, I keep for myself. There are glasses from the 70s and 60s that are weird, funky shapes that the average person does not want because they're big, they're heavy, they're not comfortable. I've been wearing glasses for like 18 years at this point. My face, my nose, it can handle extreme weight. You can't dress like it's 05 again. It's hard to pull off a fit because you were talking about pants. Style has changed. I love the Reebok pump. It's not 1989 anymore. The Reebok pump looks absolutely horrible with the current style of pants, or at least the pants that I wear. So I just don't wear them. I want people to stop chasing the past and focus on the future. We can tell new stories now. Kids of immigrants are doing it. Joe Freshgoods is doing it. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. Son for Saucony.
J Tips
is doing it. Every time we see a new sneaker, we're being told something new. I love Undefeated, but I'm tired of them relying on their past. You're not really getting what you wanted with a retro of a shoe that was only 72. You've removed this cultural context. You've removed what's special about it. Now, if they release the ones with the Jumpman on the back again, and it's hyper limited and it's done as an auction, kudos. Mad power, mad respect, because you brought that energy back for that. But with the Nike Air Edition, as my man's Magnum Dong Doug said, friend of the show, y'all make shit. Being a sneaker collector is embarrassing. People make shit whack. And ultimately, The coolest shoes were meant for the coolest people, and they're cool because you could only see them on cool people. I don't want to see some 45-year-old in an American Eagle Instagram Temu sweatsuit with a fucking Michael Jordan Bobby Fresh t-shirt and a shoe that was only worn by cool people. You don't deserve the shoe.
Yo, why are you shooting subs at Delisto like that? Put some respect on his name.
No, Delisto is a legend. He deserves everything. But he also was at the time. He was that fresh at the time. I just need people to focus on bigger and better things. I'm tired of seeing the same things. That's why I'm a strong believer in, I don't care how big my brand gets, I'm never reissuing any of my jackets. Or at least how it was. The Wolf jacket, if it came down to it, I released the black version I made for myself, but the multicolor is only 12. My first jacket, it's only 12. My next jacket, it's only 12. I'll do a different color, but I'll never do the original. I will always do something different so that you know it's not this. We have to stop demanding things that we don't deserve. Because when I do something, when we get a shoe and we do an F and F color, it's going to be better than the general release. And the name of it's going to be the you ain't got these. Unless you paid or you do. And I'm not invoicing niggas that have ever said anything negative about being cool. Everything should be available. Remember when you said that? You're off the list. Do you embrace, like, it's only 100? Yeah. Check your email.
Stupid.
But I mean, like, I'm not even trying to be an elitist. It's just like with art, cars, or anything. Like, what was it? Dodge brought back the Bullet Charger. And it doesn't look anything like the original. It's cool.
Yeah.
But you could never capture the energy of the original Bullet. That car is fucking sexy. Or the GNX. I think it's only like, what, 1,000 of the GNX 1500?
Mm-hmm.
That's a beautiful car. It was made the way it was made. That's why it's special. We have to stop robbing things of their specialness because of fairness. Ultimately, you're asking for a participation trophy. I don't accept those. I've only gotten one in my life. And I gave it to my mother. I was 7 years old. We had the worst record in the league of my little league baseball team. They gave us a trophy. I handed it to my mother and I said, throw it in the trash. I'm not even trying to play it cool. I'll call her right now and she'll confirm this. I don't believe in consolation prizes.
Miserable ass kid.
No, I'm a real nigga.
I'm kidding.
You got to earn that trophy. If you didn't earn it, you don't deserve it. Nigga, I got glasses that are older than me, that are hard as fuck to get. It was a great pair because I was 640 shoes. I was the first nigga in my Facebook group to get them because I was the only nigga that had the balls to ask this Japanese shop if I could buy them and they shipped to Japan. No one else thought to do that, so I won the prize. I've always taken the initiative. The people who win take the initiative. I see the niggas with all the rare shoes. It's because they took initiative. They took a chance. It might be fake. It might be real. I'm going to take a risk. The niggas who sit there and cry and beg for things to be fair, they don't take a risk. They go to the fucking events on time, not early, not line up, and then take the L and then say, well, it started at 10. Why did the line start at 10? Nigga, the line started at 6. It's like in sports. If you're early, you're late. I mean, if you're on time, you're late.
Yeah.
Nigga, get to the arena 3 hours and start warming up. I don't want to hear that shit. We need to be men. We used to be men. Niggas used to go out and fight wars. Says the nigga with soft hands. My hands are very soft.
Mine are too, but
nah, you got ugly men.
They'll still put the beats on you though.
See, you have hands for war. I have hands for art.
No, I got short, stubby fingers.
That's nasty.
Yeah, but I mean, the hands is big though.
The fuck does that mean? Okay, I gotta get some water.
All right, so our docket, shit, we already at an hour. We actually forgot to add something. The Jaw 3 has been debuted.
Not bad.
The Jaw 3 is a very good change of pace. You can tell that they are going all in on Jaw. Pause if necessary.
No.
But all in. How do we feel about this decision on Nike's behalf?
They stood by Kobe from after Colorado. I don't blame them for this.
Well, actually, Adidas had dropped Kobe and Nike had picked him up.
They got a history of it.
Oh my God.
They got a history of standing behind their people.
Yo,
Not bad things, but when bad shit, they didn't drop Tiger.
Tiger didn't do it. Like, what did he do breaking the law?
I'm just saying,
He
a
got
lot
into
of places,
accident and he was
drunk driving and cheating
well, he was taking medication because he has severe back pain
from blowing out backs.
No, from golfing mad years. Yo, that is a horrible equivalence.
I'm just saying, Nike has a tendency to stand behind people that perform, and it seems like he's worth it. So I'm not surprised.
I mean, considering there are only so many possible faces of the league, them sticking with Ja and them saying, yo, this is still our guy, and we still gonna proceed, and we gonna put all the chips in, because the only alternative, which I don't want to say like it's a bad thing, but they're going heavily on the women's side.
Yeah.
With Asia, Sabrina, Caitlin Clark, like they need a male player. Paul George, he shut down since the Sixers didn't even make it. LeBron, he's on his way out. Bronny isn't necessarily marketable yet. Who else from Nike?
When they make his shoe, nigga, the ad campaign that they can do with the father and son story.
Yeah, but Bronny gotta warrant enough attention. Like right now, it's still a tough sell.
I don't think so.
Nah, Jordan Brand would have an easier time marketing Cayenne Anthony over Nike pushing Bronny, just based off skill alone.
You think that matter?
Yes, it does, because people gotta no. That's different. Like, I could see if it was a lifestyle shoe. Like, there is, I bet you Shade shoe, you don't know. SGA plays for OKC. The Converses, the bland ass joints.
Oh, them ugly ass shoes?
Yeah, some joints suck. They're not gonna move.
Yeah, because they suck and there's no marketing.
Well, Oklahoma City is a small market as is, right? And he's probably gonna win MVP, but you gotta have a player that people want to play like. SGA smooth as hell, but just his type of player, like, he's not in a major market and he doesn't have an exciting enough play style. Everyone calls him a free throw merchant. That's all he does, is just shoot free throws. He's not a high flyer like an Anthony Edwards or a Ja Morant, which a lot of kids would aspire to be like, because they're like 6'1", 6'2", but they jump and clear over people. That's different. So when you take those two, it's not too many others that really do that, except for maybe a Cade Cunningham, which I know he's signed with Nike, but he's in a GT cut right now. But depending on what he looks like in the next 2 years, he might get something. It's just kind of hard to say because he's in Detroit. I don't really think Detroit got enough juice like that to put a signature shoe on somebody.
How old is LeBron?
LeBron is 40.
Okay. So, all I have to say, because, like, I can't debate any of the basketball nerd shit you just said to me. I also don't care. The power of marketing. LeBron is old as fuck. His son is coming up. Bust or not, he's the first father-son combo.
He's not a bust.
I know, I'm just saying. First father-son combo in the NBA, right?
Yeah, to actively play with each other. Yeah.
Play together. So, you got the old buck over here and the young bull right here. Imagine, LeBron announces next year, this is my last year.
Mm-hmm.
And they play into the sentimental father and son shit. You got the LeBron 27s, 28s coming out. The final dances. And then you got the Brawny ones. And they make those interchangeable. Nigga, I'm telling you.
It has to make sense.
It makes sense.
No, it doesn't. Because
Get out my boardroom.
Bronny has to have the skill level to match. Right now, he's not seeing any playing time. It's the playoffs.
I've never watched his Tim Duncan game, but I've had multiple Duncans.
Okay, but Tim Duncan also was getting championships. Like, what are you saying?
I get it, but it don't fucking matter to like the average consumer. The rule of cool, dog. Make a cool shoe. Make a cool marketing,
bro. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. Not when it,
Jake Stradamus over here. I'm calling it. We're gonna get a crazy marketing camp next year, 2026. The Brawny ones. I'm gonna get a pen. I'm gonna jump over you. I'm gonna show your old ass.
Dog, the shoes got to see the court.
And I'm going to take you to the, like, nigga, I'm just going to fucking dunk on you in those because they're coming. They're coming.
Look, this is, you want to know how a shoe is marketed?
No.
Like, it matters. Shut the fuck up. It matters when Ja Morant gets suspended and he's not on the court so you can't see the shoes. Because what happens is the game got to be on ABC.
Yeah, you got to see the players playing it.
TNT.
I know this.
Yeah, and the shoe got to be debuted on national television.
I hear what you're saying.
Bronny ain't good, he's not getting playing time.
But we're not in the 90s anymore. I can go to YouTube. I can go to IG. Son, I saw it was a 7-minute short film for Luka Doncic. I don't give a fuck. But I know they putting big money on that nigga.
Because the niggas in Los Angeles and the games are going to be televised.
But he's also televised.
Bruh, they debuted the Ja 3. Guess what? That game, them niggas got blown out by 50 points. That's not a debut that you need for a shoe.
As a nigga who buys shoes and don't watch basketball, I just learned that. I don't care.
Oh, my God.
When they drop the Swarovski joints, I'm copping them. And I'm getting a gun to match.
No, you need to get the grenade belt to match.
Oh, his thing.
Yeah, the grenade. He throws it and then covers his ears.
Nigga, a Swarovski grenade, and I'm gonna do the little shimmy you showed me last week. That sounds crazy.
No, the Beasley shimmy is crazy.
Don't ever play me in ball again because I'm doing some shit like that.
Look, man, all I'm gonna say is Nike standing behind Ja. It's wild. They don't have a choice.
Yeah,
because you don't hear about nobody else.
Until I come onto the court.
Well, shit, even Cooper Flag, he signed by New Balance. Shut the fuck up.
No,
man.
I'm laughing because I was about to make a joke that you like turn your mic off.
All right, so anyways, but the Ja 3 is a solid shoe. They
look like a dinosaur bite.
I wonder. Well, I think it's supposed to mimic the Grizzly scratch.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
Which means that Ja clearly is going to stay in Memphis for a while. So, yeah. I mean, it don't make no sense to try to get him to move to no major market no way, because you don't need him to be in trouble in a major market if he decides to do more stupid shit.
Yeah, somebody was like, he should go to Chicago. And somebody was like, that's the last place.
Hell no.
Let's speed through these last few joints.
Yeah, so Saucony is debuting a luxury line.
Ass.
How you gonna call it ass? We don't even know what it look like.
You sent me a picture and I was just like, I saw to send you like a middle finger back.
All right, so the Saucony is going to be debuting their Silo line. So it's supposed to be, I guess, a higher tier. And it includes 5 models: the Grid X Ultra S, the 586 IS, the Gripper S.
The Gripper S is crazy.
The Kinvara 1S and the Endorphin Elite 2S. I'm kind of excited. I do wonder what type of equity. And I'm not trying to pocket watch, but yeah, I do wonder what type of equity J-Tips has. And not to say like Saucony, yo, you guys are only back on the map because of J-Tips. Like, they've been moving on the low for a minute, and now they're just like really coming back to the forefront, which is dope for them, because I'm always a fan of just competition and options.
Yeah, competition is good. This is not good competition. These suck.
Nah, the 586 IS is kind of fire.
Nigga, that is a fencing shoe.
That shoe is kind of fire.
The Gripper S can't grip my shit. The Kinvara?
Kinvara is kind of fire.
In this Adobe color?
Kinvara is kind of fire. Reminiscent of an Omni 9.
And whatever the fuck this
The
last.
Endorphin, those are comfortable.
Yeah,
I
but
know
they're
that
ugly.
for sure.
This doesn't move me.
Yeah, the Grid X Ultra, nah.
No, I'm just saying this line. I'm just trying to figure out why Saucony needs a luxury line.
I think they feeling themselves. What better time to experiment than now?
I guess, but I wouldn't run with 5 models.
Like they got UA dropping shit with Balenciaga. You know what I mean? Like, why would I not try to see what I could?
Okay, so it's only 225.
225 ain't bad.
Yeah, when you say luxury, I thought it was gonna be a high price.
Yeah, you thought it was gonna be like one of $500 shoes or some shit like that.
I mean, when we hear luxury sneakers, so
them endorphins are probably gonna be they gotta have like a $300 price tag.
Okay, you know what? I don't understand the difference between them now.
Look, how much are those gonna be? I know they gotta be like
300.
Called it.
I'll be real. I don't see the value in this shoe. But I'm not a Saucony fan. Maybe if I had bad taste, I would like them, but meh.
I mean, now that we seeing runners and stuff on the runway, which is super wild to me, but at the same time, it's like,
they need a good partnership with someone that says luxury. Adidas keeping Pharrell around, like even before coming to LV, he's always been a nigga to aspire to. He's one of the few people on this planet that I idolize. So him debuting a certain runner makes sense to me. He has the aesthetic to make it work. Saucony, if they could get off the right person, not influencer, a style icon. If I was them, I'd hire Jeff Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum with one of his fancy
in the gripper in the grippy S's too. I said the grippy S's.
Yeah,
the gripper
you freaky
S,
ass nigga.
The gripper S.
That with one of his
suit
or one of his Prada shirts and his Jam M glass
and a turtleneck.
Saucony, call me. I don't want none of them bullshit models that you letting other niggas handle. Let me put you in places with people. I can make niggas aspire to this. We can make this work. You doing a luxury line world, or call me. Call me. 443
me tonight. Please bang my line.
No, I'll answer. All right, new Tokyo Dunks.
I don't even know what they look like.
I got pictures.
Wait, what? Oh, nah.
They're ostrich.
It's white
suede,
ostrich.
Pony hair, leather. It completely, like, I get what they're going for, but the reason that the Tokyo Dunks speak so much to me is because of the use of, like, silence. It is a minimalist shoe. It's a if you know type shoe.
Mm-hmm.
And this version, with all the colors and variations, doesn't capture the essence of the City series.
Dang.
I was excited, and then I saw everything, and I was just like...
Fell flat.
Wah, wah, wah.
They've been better off in like a putty gray if they're going to do all that.
Yeah, or just something. It should have been a uniform color.
A putty gray with gum sole.
Or a putty gray or that muslin color. A muslin suede, a nappy muslin suede. Just nappy muslin suede. That's all you needed. You dropped the ball and you broke my heart.
Damn. Supreme and Spike Lee dropping for week 9. We barely got like any sort of heads up. And when we first saw the notification, it looked like it was going to be just a Malcolm X collection. Come to find out, it was Spike Lee and more so Clockers, more than Malcolm X, or Spike Lee and 40 Acres and a Mule Productions.
Yep.
That week 9 is pretty much a bunch of mid.
Yeah.
The only things that I would be excited for myself are the leather jacket and the baseball jerseys.
The cream jersey?
No, I want the black one too. The black one's cool, but outside of those two items, like the Supreme tee is mid. I might go for it. I don't know, but it's that leather jacket though.
I don't even like the jacket.
I love the original so much. Like that Malcolm X jacket is so tough, but the 40 Acres and a Mule t-shirt, it's like, man, this could have been thought out so much better.
I wish they didn't go for Spike Lee. I mean, not Spike Lee, for Malcolm X. And it was just 40 Acres and a Mule. But more, like a weirder version of it.
I think they should have split up. Like, honestly, if you wanted to work with Spike Lee, I think they should have split it into different movies. Like, you should have did School Days, then Malcolm X, then Clockers, then She's Gotta Have It. And I would have broke it up over an entire season.
Yeah.
And like every other week or every third week, a Spike Lee collection is coming.
That would have been interesting. I don't know. The fact that I know about the originals is not as enticing. I don't understand why it couldn't have just been Spike Lee. And that's why, like, this is an example of a collaboration where it's just two wrestling action figures smashing together instead of coalescing. It's the 40 Acres and a Mule varsity with Supreme on it.
I mean, that jacket's still hard as shit to me.
No,
if
the
I had
jacket
it,
is
I'd
good.
get it. Like, I'd get it from my pops, honestly.
Yeah, the jacket is good. It's just, why did it need to be Supreme?
And it didn't need to. Like, it could have been 40 Acres and like there's stuff on Spike Lee's joint. Shit, I got the tab up here, nigga. Like, it's stuff that I want to get.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. When you do a collaboration, it should make sense. Why is a collaboration? This is more Spike Lee than it is Supreme. This is just Supreme presents Spike Lee's 40 Acre and a Mule.
But
that's what I'm saying.
no, Spike's been pushing hard for the past year. With everything that's been going on between his pop up that he had in the city, that he had in New York City.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you don't see the Supreme in this. This is just Spike Lee merch or vintage Spike Lee pieces. I would have wanted to see some Supreme flair in it. When I see a collaborate like Nike and CPFM, Nike's aesthetic, Nike's logos and bases with CPFM's aesthetic. You merge the best of both. Like their Air Forces. Air Force is great. Oh, we took the letters from the up tempo, wrapped it around the shoe, doing a little bit of 3M.
I made my bad. I ain't mean to.
No, you get it. I'm just saying, when I think of a collaboration of this caliber, I would have loved to seen more Supreme's wildness in it.
They would have had Mars Blackman wearing a chain that says Supreme.
Honestly,
with the glasses and like a new updated.
Son, if they would have done a Mars Blackman themed collection, especially with the 4s coming back out, son, that shit would be crazy.
Yo, pay me my bread if that happens, man. That's all I'm asking.
But that's what I'm saying. Mars Blackman is loud, abrasive as fuck. Son, if they would have brought back like the jersey, the little fucking shorts, the polka dot shorts, could you imagine they brought back the polka dot shorts? Some socks, just a fucking giant tee of him, like from the Nike commercials.
Well, yeah, like everybody knows, like if you go on Spike Lee's joint, he used to sell biker merch.
So that's
if they did not bike cycling. Like Spike Lee's big on cycling, so yeah. If they brought back the small hat, but it said like Supreme on the under brim,
that's what I'm saying. There's so much more that you could have done.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So that's what I was hoping for, because I'm like, as much as I hate Spike Lee, I love what he did. So if he would have, dog, I'm just sitting there thinking, with his cultural cachet and Supreme's connections, they could have retro, like they work with Gaultier to bring back glasses. They could have called Cazell and brought back the 616, a Supreme Spike Lee Cazell 616. You know what? I've been meaning to reach out to Cazell for a minute.
Just so you know, this video is definitely going to be a video that goes up. I'm clipping this part.
Yeah, Doug, it's so much. This just reminds me, I saw somebody saying that nobody gives Spike Lee the credit that he deserves. And I'm like, that was the dumbest fucking thing I saw. I forgot who said it, but it was one of the dumbest fucking things I ever saw. Like, Doug, niggas love Spike Lee. Yeah. I hate Spike Lee and I love Spike Lee. Doug, no one. I have seen Mars Blackman imitated from Japan to fucking Africa to Russia, all over the fucking planet.
Hey, baby, please, baby, please.
I have referenced him in a fucking PowerPoint to Lene because our favorite movie is She's Gotta Have It.
Mm-hmm.
I love Cazale because of the Mars Black Man commercials. The 616 and MC Hammer and the 858 is why I wanted Cazale's for a long ass time. You can never question this man's cultural impact. And that's why I'm saying you have someone who has been a part of so many major moments in just history. Mm-hmm. Why the fuck are we going safe? This is when you go loud. Fuck just one movie, nigga. I want, like you said, spread it out throughout this entire season. That shit would be crazy. That's why I'm so disappointed. The Malcolm X jacket, it's hard, but it's been done. Give me a Mars Black Man warm up with just the face. Like, you have a connection with Nike. You have all of it. Doug, there's so many things they could have done.
Dog, if they did that graphic and had it on the back, but the brim, I'm telling you, if the under brim said Supreme on the back instead,
son, it would go fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah.
It would go crazy. Like, I would have fought niggas for the little shorts.
If it would have been black and had the Jordan, just the Jordan Jumpman right here, and the Nike Air joint on the other side, just had Supreme on the back. Oh, my God.
Don't be afraid to dream.
Yo, we clipping this, man.
Yeah. Call me.
And we gonna tag him. Fuck it. We spamming.
You tag him. Last time I tagged Spike Lee, I got in trouble.
Oh my gosh. What did you say?
I called him out because of She's Gotta Have It, the show. I ain't getting into it.
Anyways.
But him and Shaq have both got me temporarily banned on Twitter.
I will say the last good movie Spike Lee had put out, it's The Five Bloods, but before that, he had a lot of duds. I think Miracle of St. Anna was like his last meaningful project until The Five Bloods.
I don't watch his movies that often.
I don't like his stuff too much as of now, but anyways, last topic, and then we are done.
I'll make it quick because we ran long. Jordan Bread 85's coming back. Yeah, baby.
With more packaging, glitter, and gold for your asses.
And all the crying you can handle.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, yes. I love it. I'm so happy. I'm so excited because I get to watch grown-ass men cry harder. I'm already seeing dumbass tweets. I saw somebody say, well, when Nike does this, they make things unattainable. It makes people not want to shop with them. But you still are here. You're going to cry, and then you're going to go for the next shoe. You in an abusive relationship by choice, nigga. You don't need rare shoes. Shut up. And they coming out in October. So if anybody wants to get me a birthday gift, I need these. I want these because I'm going to start skating. I'm going to take Kazi's skateboard, and I'm going to fucking shred them. I'm going to live stream me beating those shoes. And I hope that they are worth like $1,000. I hope the people who got the 85s in February feel FOMO because they got the lesser versions. I love that Nike is putting belts to asses. Y'all thought the last time was limited? Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And if they do another release like in Chicago, I'll actually fly out to pick up the shoes this time. And then I'm going to put a fucking video of me putting belts to asses in those shoes. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Losers are going to continue to lose and winners are going to continue to win. I can't wait.
If they're making this announcement now, the release ain't going to be as limited as we think.
No, they didn't make an announcement. They leaked. And now, of course, this is all speculation. I mean, Brandonian, friend of the show.
Shout out to Brandoni. I was asking about you too. I was like, man, but I know somebody told me what your situation is.
Yeah, that nigga on the side quest right now.
Yeah.
Because if he wasn't, I'd be like, yeah, let's get this nigga for the show.
So shout out Brandonian, man.
But yeah, he brought it up, and then Z started talking about it. A bunch of people started talking about it, and then Dunn from Complex, he brought it up, and he was like, we reached out to a contact. So nothing is set in stone, but it doesn't matter how limited it is because everything has been pretty hard to get your hands on for the most part. Mm-hmm. Whoosh, whoosh. Losers are losing.
Nah, if they up in the price, I don't think it's going to be that limited.
It's still $250.
Oh, okay.
No, it's still gonna be limited.
We'll see.
I'm excited. I don't care about the shoe. I just care about the tears.
I'm gonna go for them. Hopefully, we'll see what my money look like at that time.
Nigga, I don't care what I gotta do. I need them so I can shred them.
You an asshole.
Nigga, I know. I'm just tired of seeing grown men excited. Like, I'm a sore loser. But even I sit up here. Well, I don't lose often. So, I mean, I don't know what it's like. I don't lose in Mario Kart.
All right.
I'm sorry.
I want to throw my shoe at you.
Doug, Jesus raised me to be a winner.
Whatever, man. I'm just going for my size 13. That's it.
I'm going for your size 13. I'm going to skate him.
Bitch.
All right.
Anyways, any final thoughts, my guy?
My final thought, stop being a fucking loser. Nah, real shit. I'm not going to say I'm tired of people complaining. I'm just tired of seeing people complain about the same thing and fall into the new shoe cycle. Mm-hmm. These shoes are coming out every fucking 5 minutes. If you miss, bro, most of these shoes won't even remember weeks from now. Just keep going. Focus on shit that actually matters. Focus on community. You know, like that question said at the beginning. So many people who claim to be about community and the best for people are only focused on the product. Like going back to the piggy runners from Unheard Of. Mm-hmm. They talked about community, but how did they express community? By buying a product. Well, Unheard Of gave me an invoice. They gave you a chance to give them money. And I'm not saying that they're wrong because they did a lot. They really did a lot. I might not think that they're cool, but they did a lot. And what they did in the city, from everything I've heard, was fantastic. But the people who are so-called the community are acting like pay pigs. I need niggas to get back to focusing on just enjoying shit. You know, I was talking about it with Air Max Trini. There's so many people creating content for the hopes that they'll get paid, when it's like you pay for the product and you're doing free advertisement. Nike does not respect you. But if you're doing it for the love, like the 30 days of Air Max, I forgot SP Day, sneaker play, where people unds shoes, it's all community focused. I want to see people get back to the community, and not as a whole. You and a friend could just do something. Like, I call my man's David my twin. Me and him like the same shoe. I might hit him up one day. It's like, yo, let's unds this shoe together. Let's do something. Me and you could unds the shoe. We can make our own fake holiday. There are so many things that you can do. Or Jarlisa, friend of the show, with how she does the whole Black History Month. She made that pop. Mm-hmm. Sock with his end of the year bracket. He made that pop. Even though niggas tried to steal it, he made that pop. It just makes sense to go out here and make the community that you want. It is product focused, but you can make it people focused. Because I have my little tribe, my little community of people that I talk to regularly. That's the community that I found. And we talk about shoes, and then we talk about other topics. Man, this nigga will talk about shoes, and then next thing you know, we're talking about, yo, you remember that time we was outside and you punched the nigga in the chest? Or we'll talk about art, music. Our friendship was founded on shoes, and then it was solidified by us sitting up like, when Lupe Fiasco rapped as the cool, what do you think he meant by this line?
That's a fact.
Son, did you listen to the 1st and 15th album? There's so many things that go deeper than shoes that started there. Like, a lot of people have questioned my history of shoes. Funny enough, shoes got me into glasses. Glasses opened the door for things for me to come back to shoes to do things even better. Mm-hmm. You don't need the product to be cool. You should be cool yourself. So, thus, stop being a loser.
My final thought is, shit. I'm getting old, man. This grade got me hurt. Like, I'm so scared to pull it.
Oh, fuck you.
Because I feel like it's gonna be like 4 more that grow right there. Whatever, nigga.
I got a head full of grades. I ain't trying to hear that shit, nigga. I got months until I'm as old as you are.
But all in all, I'll say right now, just this year has taught me just to embrace being uncomfortable. Like, it's a lot of things that I know I should have moved on, and just me being hesitant or just trying to play it safe. It's like, nah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, I just need to be more aggressive. So I'm just thankful for being here another year, because trust me when I say the way I used to move, I didn't even think I was going to make it to 30. So, and I appreciate everyone that I just meet along the way, especially just being outside this past Friday, seeing what the energy is and how much I miss it, being back at the crib and seeing folks that, I mean, like seeing people outside. This shit is dope, man. So I just appreciate everything right now.
Well, I did want to add one more thing.
What?
Happy birthday to you, because we're not going to be here until after your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rashad. I should have called you by your other name.
What?
You want me to call you?
What's my other name, nigga?
I'm not going to say it on air.
Whatever, nigga. All right, y'all. Peace.
Dog bless.